Want to get away? Okay. In today's video, I am going to give you some insight into what I was looking for in an apartment when I was looking to leave my marital home, some tips, and just overall my experience searching for a new apartment. You gotta be kidding me. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. When I'm in the bathroom, you're in the bathroom. And now you want to sit here and do the stompy stomps over my head while I'm trying to record. Ain't that something? Now traffic wants to pick up. This is one of the downsides of living in an apartment. Constant noise, constant, like, no sound protection, people stomping. I have no idea what they're doing upstairs. Clearly, they work from home as well. So keep that in mind. Like, lower your expectations when you need to transition from living in a single family home to living in an apartment. Like, you forget how loud life is when you live in your own contained little space. But yeah, anyway, they stopped momentarily. So by late September, early October, I knew for sure, like, okay, no, I'm really leaving. So I got myself organized, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I didn't have a set list of must haves, but I remember thinking to myself, wouldn't it be nice to live in a place with concierge service, security, and modern amenities? I didn't write that down, I just had that in the back of my head when I was doing my search. Oh, and I guess another thing. So, what did I say? I said I was looking for, wouldn't it be nice if I had a concierge, security, newer amenities, and close to work? So, those were the four things I was looking for. So, I started a general search. I went on apartments.com. I guess that's exclusively what I use. I'm trying to think if there's another site that I used. If I remember it, I'll put it on the screen. Um, but yeah, so while I was doing my search, I just tried to keep it to a geographical area that was close to work. And I saw so many different places. Some looked too good to be true, some just were definitely outside of my budget, especially with like newer amenities, because there's tons of nice modern buildings in this area. But it's like starting rent was like 2,800. I was like, that's not going to work. I don't make enough money for that. So, anyhow, I looked at a lot of different places. The place that I'm showing you clips of right now, this was about maybe like a 10-minute drive from work, so not too bad. Um, but there were a lot of issues with this place. So, for one, it was in a very, very busy location. Um, Driving on that main stretch would be so stressful. There's always so many accidents right there. Nobody knows where they're going, and people just make last second, like, snap decisions. It's not a fun area to drive in. So that was the first strike for this apartment that you're looking at. The second strike is this was a ground level. So terrace either means basement or ground level out here, one of the two. And so this one was on ground level. And at first I was thinking, like, oh, look at this nice green backyard area like my kid can play in during the spring and summer months. But then I looked around and I started noticing things. I started noticing a lot of stacked up sandbags. And I asked, I said, hey, does this apartment have flooding issues? And she was like, oh, well, that's why we have the sandbags there. I'm like, ma'am, that's an absolute no. So all my stuff can get ruined when there's heavy rain. So that was strike number one. Strike number two, the kitchen. The kitchen was so tight, and I'm petite. I'm 5'3", and like I'm a small woman, and I felt like that kitchen was closing in on me. Now, aesthetically, it looked nice, the white cabinets, the green countertop, but I just could not I could not, like, you couldn't open the oven and the dishwasher at the same time. Not that you would want to, but after a while that gets annoying, having to negotiate, the two handles as they brush against each other. So the kitchen was way too tight. And then another strike is that this apartment, so the bedroom windows, of which I didn't do any video, faced the trash bin. Yes. So when you woke up in the morning, you open up your window, the blinds, you were going to see trash, Oscar the Grouch in them outside your window. And then the final straw was the bedrooms didn't have overhead lights. So now I have to have lamps, floor lamps, in every room. The apartment was on terrace level, so it's going to be dark. It wasn't south facing. I think it was north facing. So just overall, it's too dark on the ground level. Parking was open parking outside, so you don't know what your parking situation is going to be like when you come home off of a busy street. Just all the things. Security, what's security? You're just walking up and like anybody can look in my window, and all that, and they wanted like $2,600 a month, and I said no. No, I like the 2 bedrooms, but no. But this one was pretty close. I was like, oh, okay, it has space, this, that, and the third. But like as I like started to actually inspect what was going on in the apartment, I was like, this is a no for me. And I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I kept searching and searching and searching. And then one day I don't know, it's like when things are meant for you, they're meant for you. So what was I saying? So yeah, I made the appointment, and it was amazing because everything that I asked for, the concierge, the security, close to work, like this building is within walking distance to work for me. And I forgot the 4th thing. But it has like everything that was on my wouldn't it be nice list. So right now, let me go ahead. I'm showing you footage of my unit. So my apartment is a 1-bedroom. It's it's 820 square feet. And as you look at my floor plan, the reason why I chose this apartment, 1, it was available, holla. But 2, the dining room area is large enough for a child's bed. So that's why I was attracted to this unit. I would have loved to get a 2-bedroom, but that was like outside, again, in that like $2,800 price range. My rent here is $2,127, so $2,127. It fluctuates because of utilities. So I'm charged separately for water and sewage by the building. So it can fluctuate. It can go up to like $2,180. So every month is a little different. But yeah, so here's my front entryway, and I built a little IKEA shoe cabinet. Very useful. It helps teach my son how to keep the front area clean and keep your shoes off. Another thing that I really liked about this apartment were the finishes. So I love the dark cabinets, the island, which is perfect because I didn't want to have to buy a dining room table. So if you're looking for a place, like keep these things in mind. Like you have 2 choices. You can either find a place that's relatively cheap. So cheap rent, you could probably get the 2 bedrooms, but the trade-off with that is going to be security. Where are you going to park your vehicle? What school is assigned for your kid, because that's really important, or at least that's really important for me. I don't want my child just going to any old school, and I know that on my own I cannot afford to pay for private school at this moment in time. So keep that in mind. The benefits of moving into a more expensive apartment, from my perspective, is one, you get more amenities. So in my building, I have two gyms, I have a community space, I have a temperature controlled garage. I do pay an extra $100 a month to park my car. But let me tell you, if you live in a place with weather, get yourself an apartment with covered parking. I am so happy I made this decision because I didn't have to shovel out my car. It's more secure. I love it. I'm trying to think, what are the other amenities? Security. So there are cameras all over the place, which is important because if you're in a situation that has been unsafe in your marriage, you want to, anytime he came over to drop off our son, I made a point to point out the cameras. I was like, oh, look at that. There's a camera right there. Oh, look, there's a camera right there. Just to put it in his brain, like, don't come over here with the foolishness. Like, you are being watched. I loved having a concierge. We have the little Amazon parcel boxes and also USPS parcel lockers. So I like that. So I can have things sent to my building and I don't have to worry about a porch pirate, of which every other place that I looked at, that was going to be a major, major issue. So I'm appreciative of that. The building has special events every month. They have yoga classes and just like social events. I've been to one, wasn't my thing, but I like that I have it. And maybe when it gets warmer, more people will show up and you never know. But people typically in this, at least on my floor, are very like guarded and nervous around people. So I don't know. It's strange for me not to know my neighbor. I do say hi to everybody I encounter, but people are a little standoffish here. But anyway, back to the apartment tour. So that's the kitchen. And then, so as you can see, I went ahead and bought a partition on Amazon and curtains to hide away my kids' sleep area. Will this work if your child is older? I don't know. My kid is 5 and it works. His bed is hidden. He has a little play area underneath. And you can see that the curtain doesn't go all the way across. When I saw that at first, I thought like, man, should I get another curtain to hang up there? But actually it works out well because on that left side, that's where his ladder is. So if he needs to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, he can. So that actually works out. So I don't mind so much that the curtain doesn't go all the way across, but he has his privacy. And he's been sleeping well. I have a little night light that produces, that plays like sleep noise and stuff. So he sleeps pretty well. And then on to the living room. I got the throw covers that you see. I think I got those from Wayfair because these couches, so I bought these couches when we were renting in Chevy Chase, and it was an older building and the doors were so narrow you couldn't get in like a standard size American couch. So I bought these 2 chaise lounges online. Beautiful white, beautiful white couches. And boy, I tell you, when we brought our baby back home, that was the last time those couches were that white and that beautiful. So in the split, it was decided that I would take them. And so I just got these little throws from Wayfair. And I think, they do the job. Am I going to keep the couches? Like once I leave here and go back home, no. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them and get something new when I get back home. But I think it looks tasteful and it does the job for where I am today. And then on to the bedroom, standard bedroom. I had to do a lot of thinking about how I wanted the bed and the desk because I knew that I wanted to keep my workstation in the bedroom because at least right now I'm very active at night. So when I'm editing these videos and everything, I'm doing it in the middle of the night. And I didn't want to have a desk in the living room and potentially wake my kid up. So this is the format for the furniture that I came up with. And it's been working really well. And then from the bedroom, it leads to the walk-through closet. And then I really like that my bathroom has 2 sinks. It is so helpful in the morning so my kid can be like washing his hands and I can be like getting ready. So I love it. Oh, chef's kiss. I'm so happy I was fortunate enough to get a 1-bedroom with a double vanity. 2 thumbs up. The unsung MVP of my apartment. And then if you walk back through the bathroom door, you're in the hallway, and then it leads back to the kitchen. My unit does have a washer and dryer. All my appliances are relatively new, and the building itself is only 10 years old. So the dishwasher is amazing. It's way better than the one that I had in my house. Like, it actually cleans the dishes for real. And so I actually use the dishwasher because, growing up, we didn't have a dishwasher. So these were the dishwashers right here. So I've been doing this for decades. I'm an expert dishwasher. But now that I'm by myself, I'm busy, I highly recommend you get a place with a dishwasher. Like, save your sanity. Especially if you're cooking at home to save money on eating out. Use that dishwasher. Find a place with one. Yeah, so final tips. I would say it's always great to have your kid in their own bedroom. So like I said, initially that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a 2-bedroom apartment. But with all the amenities that I was looking for, the security, the safety, and all of that, the covered parking, I couldn't at this point afford to get that and the 2nd bedroom. So this was a really nice compromise. So if you're in a situation like me and your child is 5 and under, I would say look for a place that's, I would say, no smaller than 750 square feet. Again, my place is 820 square feet, and I feel like it's just enough space for us. It feels small on the weekend because he's like bouncing off of the walls and it's winter. So there are a few places within walking distance I can take him. But look for a place that has like that dining room cutout or something, to have a space for your young child. If your child is older, you may decide that you want to keep them in the actual bedroom and you sleep in the dining room area or like the little den area. So there are options out here for that. Again, my monthly rent is $2,127 for an 820 square foot apartment. It's been working out really, really well. I'm very happy with my decision to live here. There are drawbacks. Drawbacks are the noise. That's the largest drawback. But the amenities, the fact that this apartment is within walking distance to work is really great. Like little things like trash chutes are like really close. Elevators, there are 3 elevators, at least on my side of the building. This is a really huge building and there's like so many elevators. The staircase to get down to the garage is right near me. Like, everything is really convenient. And then within the neighborhood, the school that is assigned to this building is a really nice school. So when he starts public school in the fall, he will be going to the school that, again, it's walking distance, but I could probably drive him there in like less than 5 minutes. So that is a perk. As far as the neighborhood is concerned, within walking distance, there are 2 grocery stores, a public library, a town square, lots of restaurants. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with my decision. And I hope that if you're in this situation where you need to find a place for yourself and your child or children to live, just know that it is possible. You can do it. You just have to keep your eyes open. Timing does come into it, but I want to encourage you to really put it into your mind, like, what am I looking for? Like, what would I be satisfied with? And the results may surprise you. You may end up getting more than what you asked for. And I definitely feel like that has been the case for me. All right, that's my video for today. I hope you found this information helpful. Give me a comment if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.